don't want to, I'm sure nobody's name means something to anybody here, but I'm curious though whether it might. But a guy who meant something to me, apparently he died yesterday. He was a poet, and I actually associate him with Chicago. Does anybody know who Bill Knott is? Raise your hand if you know who Bill Knott is. Yeah, he really rejected ambition. At the same time, he was really resentful for being ignored. He was a very complicated guy, very complicated, brilliant poet who was really important to me when I was a kid, and when I was a teenager. I talk about him a little bit in the book. His first 3 or 4 books were just flawless. He didn't make a wrong move. And he was a big, not just inspiration, but an influence on me. His first book that got any distribution, I don't think he had any book before, but it was called The Naomi Poems. And it was published in 1968 in Paul Carroll's Big Table series of books. And that was from out of Chicago. And not lived here then. And on the book, it was actually attributed not to Bill Knott, though it's ultimately revealed in the book, because he'd done this thing a year or 2 prior to the book's publication. You know, when he was getting that there was a buzz about him because his poems were so piercing. He sent out a letter to everybody who he thought, he distributed this letter to the literary world saying that he committed suicide, basically because nobody loved him. And his first book, when it came out a couple of years later, was attributed to Saint Jerome, who it turns out was apparently the hero, so to speak, of an obscure 18th century French pornographic novel set in a convent or something like that. And on the front of that book, it also said Bill Knott, and then he gives his dates, 1940 to 1966, is a virgin and a suicide. And for the 4 or 5 years, whenever anything was published by him, it was always published with those dates as if he were dead, 1940 to 1966. But I mean, I could go on and on about about his imagination and his integrity. I'm going to read this one very short poem by him before I go. With the toys of your nape, with your skin of mother-of-throw pearls, and your fire-sodden glances from the sidelong world, we break rivulets off the river and wave them in the air. Remember, the world has no experience at being you. We also are loving you for the forevereth time, the light torn from leaf and cry. Even your shoulders are petty crimes. Thank you. Good night.